Marcus's chess trophy shattered against marble as security dragged him past the woman he'd just saved from choking her manicured fingers, secretly pressing record. Blood filled his mouth. 14 years old. Ribs grinding against the Meridian Grand's floor. His father's hand-carved king piece, his only inheritance, spun toward a drain grate. The security chief's knee drove deeper into his spine. "Thief!" the guard spat. "Saw you touch her." The woman, throat still red from nearly dying, adjusted her phone beneath her legal pad. Her eyes tracked every blow, every humiliation. The lunch crowd filmed or turned away. Nobody intervened. This would become one of those real-life stories, the black stories that expose who we really are. The touching stories that change everything. Have you ever wondered what happens when the wrong person saves the right life? Marcus entered the Meridian Grand at 4:43 p.m., seeking warmth and a toilet. November cut through his donated coat. His stomach twisted, empty since yesterday's shelter breakfast. The lobby hit him like a slap. One orchid arrangement cost more than food stamps for a month. A woman's purse crocodile leather could pay his mother's rehab that Medicaid wouldn't cover. He pressed his chess trophy against his ribs. Washington Square, rapid tournament. First place. $20. Already gone for antibiotics. He moved toward the bathroom. Invisible. Rich people had selective blindness. Then choking. A woman in the lobby cafe clutching her throat. Purple spreading across her face. Her lunch companions frozen in that specific paralysis of people who'd never faced crisis. Marcus's body moved before thought. Ms. Rodriguez, at PS 292, had drilled them after Jamal nearly died on cafeteria chicken. First position. Upward thrust. Stay calm. His trophy clattered to marble. "I got you." He slid behind her chair, wrapped his arms around her middle. One thrust. 2. 3. Meat shot across the table. The woman gasped. That desperate sound of drowning reversed. Pink returned to her face. Her fingers found his briefly. A squeeze that said everything. "Thank you," she whispered, voice raw. Rodriguez arrived in 4 seconds. "Get your filthy hands off her!" The security chief yanked Marcus backward. Something snapped wood breaking. His father's king piece skittering across marble. "I saved. Oldest trick there is." Rodriguez's breath stank of Marlboros and rage. "Create chaos. Pickpocket in confusion." He turned Marcus's pockets inside out. $3 fluttered down. Thursday's meal ticket. A phone held with electrical tape. Penciled chess notations on napkins. "This all?" Rodriguez kicked the broken king. It spun toward a heating grate. "Check her purse." "Now." The woman coughed, tried speaking. Papers spilled from her briefcase legal pad covered in timestamps. 4:17. Bathroom denied. Black veteran. 4:23. Latino family followed, questioned. 4:31. Black woman. Are you sure you belong here? Nobody noticed the federal case number visible on her folder. "She was choking," Marcus started. "Shut it," Rodriguez whistled. 2 guards appeared. Both had that ex-cop walk shoulders ready for violence. "Weapons check." They slammed Marcus into marble. His face hit stone. Blood ran into his eye, warm and copper-tasting. iPhone cameras sprouted from the gathering crowd like poisonous flowers. British tourist, live streaming. "Jesus Christ, they're beating a kid who just saved someone." The chat exploded. "What hotel is this?" Someone called the cops on the cops, recording everything. This is America. 5,000 viewers in 60 seconds. The algorithm fed on outrage. Whitman arrived at 4:52 p.m. Everything manicured, nails, hair, the smile that never moved above his mouth. His shoes cost more than Marcus's family had paid in rent, back when they had rent. "Ma'am, I apologize profusely for this disturbance." Performance voice, loud enough for recording phones. The woman stood carefully. Her phone, pressed against her thigh, showed 17 missed calls, all from federal court. The name Harrison repeated. She had somewhere to be at 5:30 p.m. "This individual is banned permanently," Whitman announced. "NYPD has been notified." "He saved me." Her voice cracked, still raw from choking. "Ma'am, you're clearly shaken. This person assaulted you. He performed the Heimlich." Whitman's smile tightened 1 millimeter. "Our security team observed him touching you inappropriately." An elderly black man stepped forward, walker scraping marble. "Young man saved her life. I saw everything." "You're lying. Sir, please don't obstruct security operations." Rodriguez ground his heel into Marcus's trophy. Wood, splintered cherry wood, carved during his father's chemo sessions. Probably stole it. They all carry weapons. Marcus broke. Just one tear, but cameras caught it. "My dad made that before he died. Please, dash, dash. Tell it to the judge." The woman stared at the destroyed trophy. Something about the chess notation carved into the base, a specific endgame pattern. Her breathing changed, recognition hitting harder than choking had. The live stream hit 47,000. Someone tagged at the Justice Department, at ACLU, at CNN. Comments became ammunition. Hotel name? Meridian Grand, 57th Street. "Everyone leave reviews now." Whitman's phone buzzed continuously. Corporate. PR legal. His assistant texting. "Check the news." 2 cops entered. Rodriguez pointed at Marcus like identifying a roach. "Attempted robbery. Assault." The British tourist shouted, "Officers! He saved her life!" "I have it recorded." The cops looked at the scene. Black kid bleeding. Well-dressed woman. Expensive hotel. They'd written this report 100 times. The woman reached into her jacket. Not for a business card. For something with federal weight. Her phone had been recording for 26 minutes. Every word. Every blow. Every lie. Marcus's blood dripped onto marble, mixing with fragments of his father's last gift. He didn't know the woman had spent 3 hours documenting discrimination. Didn't know her father had invented the chess gambit carved on that broken piece. Didn't know she recognized it. Didn't know the hammer about to drop. The cops moved toward Marcus like this was routine. Officer Daniels, badge 4782, already pulling zip cuffs. His partner, Kozlowski, hand resting on his taser muscle memory when approaching black males, even ones bleeding on marble. "Stand up." Marcus couldn't. Rodriguez's knee had done something crucial to his spine. Pain shot down his left leg like broken glass, moving under skin. The woman stepped forward. Whitman blocked her smoothly. "Ma'am, let the officers work. We'll need your statement about the assault." "What assault?" Steel in her voice now. "Trauma confuses memory." His hand hovered near her elbow. "Perhaps you should sit." The British tourist pushed forward, phone high. "Officers, I have video." He saved her life. His stream showed 31,000 watching. Comments blurred past. Kozlowski turned. "Sir, step back. But he's innocent. Step back. 4:56 p.m. The woman's phone vibrated insistently. She declined the call. Then another, Another. Rodriguez hauled Marcus up. The boy's legs gave out. More phones appeared, everyone documenting their own version of truth. A girl in designer clothes asked her mother, "Mommy, why are they hurting him?" "Don't watch, sweetie." But she watched. They all watched. Watching was easier than acting. "I have a meeting," Marcus gasped through blood. "Young Scholars Program. Here, 5:30. Whitman actually laughed. "Young Scholars? You?" "Email confirmation." Marcus reached for his shattered phone. Rodriguez slapped his hand. "Don't move." The woman shifted her briefcase. Papers moved, revealing an official seal. Whitman caught it. His face did that thing Marcus recognized from chess opponents, realizing they're in checkmate in 7 moves. "Perhaps," Whitman said quietly, "we should discuss this privately." No, she didn't move. "Here is perfect." An elderly black man had shuffled closer with his walker. "Young man, what's your name?" "Marcus Mitchell." "Harold Freeman. Used to practice law." He looked at the cops. "This child needs medical attention." Daniels sighed. "Sir, I may be old, but I know assault when I see it." The live streamer panned the crowd. Comments exploded. "Wait, is that the lawyer?" "Which lawyer?" "The one from Netflix." "Holy shit. Meridian is done." Whitman's phone rang. Corporate. He declined. It rang immediately again. "Officers," the woman said, "if I'm the victim, I need to make something clear." "Yes, ma'am?" "This young man saved my life. No charges. In fact—" She looked at Rodriguez. "I want him charged with assault." Rodriguez's grip loosened. "You can't—" "I have documentation." She held up her phone. "Everything." Kozlowski's radio crackled. "Units be advised, media heading to Meridian Grand, viral video situation." Whitman went white. Media meant corporate scrutiny. Scrutiny meant they'd find the complaints, the payoffs, the NDAs. "Mr. Whitman." A bellhop appeared, sweating. "News van outside. They're asking about civil rights?" The woman smiled slightly, like chess players do before the killing move. Marcus's vision blurred, probably concussion. His father's chess piece lay by the drain. He wanted to save it, but couldn't move. "What the hell?" Regional Vice President Sandra Hayes, here for quarterly review. She absorbed the scene. Bleeding child, recording phones, police, her GM sweating through Italian wool. "Ms. Hayes," Whitman started. "Not here." She turned to the cops. "Release him while we sort this out." "Ma'am, he's under arrest." "For what?" The woman interrupted. "I'm the alleged victim. I say he saved me." "What's your grounds?" The cops exchanged looks. The live stream hit 47,000. At Meridian. Shame was trending. "Rodriguez," Hayes ordered, "let him go." "But now!" Rodriguez released Marcus. The boy stumbled, caught the pillar, his bloody handprint on white marble. Someone would clean that. Someone making $9 an hour who'd seen blood on marble before. The woman knelt, retrieved the broken chess piece, studied the carved notation. Her breath caught. "This position," she said quietly. "The Chen Gambit." Marcus blinked through blood. "You know it." "My father created it." Silence except for live stream whispers. "Mr. Chen taught you?" she asked. "Every Saturday, until Marcus couldn't finish. Until his heart attack. At the community center." "I know." Her voice broke slightly. "He mentioned a student who played like jazz. Unpredictable, but perfect. They stood connected by a dead man's chess theory, while cameras recorded history being made." Your name? Hayes demanded. The woman stood slowly, pulled out her identification. Not a business card. Something federal. Catherine Chen. I'm documenting discrimination for ongoing litigation. Whitman's phone buzzed. Stock ticker alert. Hayes grabbed her phone, speed-dialed corporate. We have a situation. No bigger. Marcus stood in the eye of a hurricane, his spine screaming, head pounding, his father's last gift in the hands of his teacher's daughter. Rodriguez edged toward the exit. Nobody leaves, Chen commanded. Everyone stays. You can't, Whitman started. I can. She checked her phone. Federal courthouse. 17 minutes. Judge Harrison doesn't wait. 5:02 p.m. The news van's reporter was already live. Someone inside was feeding them everything. The stock market would close in 13 minutes. The boy needs an ambulance, Freeman said loudly. Head trauma. Possible spinal injury. I'm okay, Marcus lied. No, Chen said, studying his eyes. You're not. She turned to the crowd, all those recording phones, spoke clearly, knowing this would be evidence. This young man saved my life. Security assaulted him for it. I've documented everything. Whitman's legs shook. Rodriguez's hand moved to his radio, then stopped. The British tourist kept narrating, She's about to do something. Watch. This is it. Chen looked at Marcus, blood still dripping from his chin. 14 years old. Her father's best student. Marcus, she said, do you know who I really am? He shook his head. Do you know why I was sitting here for 3 hours? No, ma'am. She smiled her father's smile before checkmate. Then let me show you something about justice. 5:03 p.m. The hammer was about to drop. But first, she had one call to make. She dialed, speaker on so everyone could hear. Judge Harrison? It's Catherine Chen. I'm at the Meridian Grand. We have a situation that changes everything. The lobby held its breath. Judge Harrison? It's Catherine Chen. I'm at the Meridian Grand with an emergency. Chen held her phone steady. Speaker on. The lobby fell silent. Ms. Chen, you're due in my courtroom in 16 minutes. Your Honor, I'm standing next to a bleeding 14-year-old who saved my life. Security assaulted him for it. Pause. Are you injured? No, but the child needs medical attention. They're refusing to provide. Is this related to case 2024 CV8974? Directly, Your Honor. I have 29 minutes of documentation. I see. Are there officers present? Daniels stepped forward. Officer Daniels, badge 4782. Officer, why is an injured minor being denied medical care? He's under arrest for... I'm the alleged victim, Chen interrupted. I'm pressing no charges against him. I am pressing charges against Security Chief Rodriguez for assault. The judge's voice hardened. Get the child medical attention immediately. Ms. Chen, file your emergency motion. I'll review remotely. Chen ended the call, turned to the screens behind the concierge desk. Mr. Whitman, I need your computer. You can't. She pulled out her identification. Not FBI, something else. Civil Rights Division, Department of Justice. I can. Whitman stepped aside. Chen plugged in her phone. The lobby screens, normally showing Broadway ads, flickered. Then everyone saw what she'd recorded. 4:17 p.m. An elderly black veteran at the desk. I just need the restroom. Rodriguez. Customers only. The man shows a veteran's ID. Those can be faked. Move along. 4:23 p.m. Latino family in the lobby. Rodriguez following, questioning them in view of other guests, the children crying, the father's humiliation visible. 4:31 p.m. Black woman in Chanel approaching the desk. Whitman himself intercepting. I think you're confused. The Marriott is next door. Her business card showing she's a Fortune 500 CEO. His face changing. My apologies, Miss Williams. 4:38 p.m. Black teenager removed physically. Rodriguez's hands on the boy's neck. The boy gasping, My parents are upstairs. No one checking. 4:41 p.m. Whitman at staff meeting, visible through glass. Chen had zoomed her phone, audio enhanced but clear. Certain elements lower our standard. You know the type, then today. Marcus performing the Heimlich. Professional, successful. Chen alive because of him. Rodriguez attacking immediately. Get your filthy hands off her! Marcus's skull meeting marble. The crack audible. Blood immediate. The screens went dark. Then showed a document. 43 complaints filed with my office, Chen said. 17 settlements requiring silence. 3 previous assault charges against Rodriguez, all covered up. She clicked again. Medical records appeared redacted but clear. Broken jaw, 2019. Ruptured spleen, 2021. Fractured orbital bone, 2023. All black men. All settled quietly. Rodriguez ran for the exit. Kozlowski clotheslined him. You're done running. Chen pulled up another document. Mr. Whitman, recognize this. An email from Whitman to corporate implemented your suggested quality control measures. Undesirable elements down 47% this quarter. Hayes, the regional VP, gasped. That was supposed to mean service complaints, not racial profiling, Chen asked. Your lawyers will argue that. Mine won't need to. She turned to Marcus, who was swaying, held up by pure will. This young man mentioned the Young Scholars Program. He has a meeting at 5:30. She pulled out a letter. This letter. Confirming his scholarship interview. Marcus's eyes widened through the blood. I run that program. My father founded it before he died. Raymond Chen. Perhaps you knew him, Marcus. Mr. Chen was my chess teacher. Marcus's voice broke. He died during my lesson. Heart attack. You tried CPR for 12 minutes, I know. The paramedics told me. You were 13. The crowd made collective sounds of recognition, sympathy, shock. Chen picked up the broken chess piece. This notation, the Chen Gambit. My father created it, a sacrifice that ensures victory even when you're losing. She looked at Rodriguez, like recording every crime while pretending to be just another visitor. Whitman found his voice. You entrapped us. No, I sat quietly for 3 hours. You discriminated freely. I just documented it. Her phone rang. She answered on speaker. Miss Chen? Deputy Director Williams, Civil Rights Division. We're sending investigators. How many? 7. Plus, the district attorney wants NYPD Internal Affairs involved. Rodriguez was handcuffed now. Whitman sat on the floor, suit soaking up Marcus's blood. Chen looked at the cameras, dozens of phones, plus security footage she'd subpoena. Everyone watching this happens daily. Not just here, everywhere. But today, you saw it because a 14-year-old boy did what was right, despite knowing what would happen to him. She turned to Marcus. Your scholarship, it's already approved. Full ride through college. Your mother knows. She's watching from rehab. Marcus's knees buckled. EMTs caught him, finally allowed to help. How? He whispered. She's 90 days clean. Got phone privileges today. saw the live stream. Chen showed him her phone. A text. Tell my baby I'm proud. Mom. The British tourists' stream showed 89,000 viewers. Someone commented, Meridian stock dropping. Another, news vans outside. Another, this kid's a hero. Hayes stepped forward. Whitman, Rodriguez, you're terminated. Clear your offices. You can't. Gross misconduct. Criminal behavior. The board will have my report in an hour. Chen wasn't finished. She pulled up one more document. Marcus, there's something else. Your father, he was Deshaun Mitchell? Marcus nodded weakly. He applied to Harvard Law. Did you know that? No. Rejected for a criminal record marijuana possession, age 18. One joint. Ruined his life. She paused. The prosecutor who pushed for maximum charges, William Whitman Sr. Whitman looked up from the floor. My father? Your father destroyed Marcus's father's future over nothing. Today, you tried to destroy Marcus over nothing. Chen's voice stayed steady. But you failed. She pulled out another letter. Harvard Law contacted me last week. They're creating the Deshaun Mitchell Memorial Scholarship for formerly homeless students. Marcus has guaranteed admission when he's ready. Marcus couldn't speak. The EMTs were checking his pupils, his spine, the cut that would scar. Why, he managed. Because my father believed talent exists everywhere. Opportunity doesn't. You saved my life today, but really, you saved your own. You proved them all wrong. Rodriguez was being perp-walked past the same spots where he'd terrorized guests. Whitman was escorted by security he'd once commanded. Chen knelt beside Marcus's stretcher. Your father would be proud. My father would be proud. You played the perfect game. You sacrificed yourself to save a stranger, and in doing so, revealed the truth. Marcus looked at the broken chess piece she still held. Is that checkmate? Chen smiled her father's smile, Marcus's teacher's smile. No, Marcus. It's something better. It's justice. As they wheeled him out, past the cameras and crowds and broken trophy pieces, Marcus heard the British tourist narrating, Ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed how one act of kindness can bring down an empire of hate. The lobby doors closed. Sirens started. But the live streams continued. The revolution had been televised. Hayes commandeered the penthouse conference room at 5:19 p.m. Through floor-to-ceiling windows, Central Park darkened. Inside, Meridian's survival was being negotiated. Richard, can you hear me? Hayes had CEO Brennan on speaker. I'm watching CNN in the board meeting. Is that blood on our marble? Yes. Our stock's down 1.7%. The board wants answers. Hayes faced the skeleton crew deputy managers, legal counsel, PR head Michael Torres, spinning his wedding ring like worry beads. What's our exposure? Hayes asked legal. If it's isolated to Rodriguez. The door opened. Chen entered, still in her blood-spattered suit. You can't, Hayes started. Federal warrant. Chen placed it on Brazilian rosewood. Judge Harrison signed it during my ambulance ride with Marcus. You went to the hospital? I went to document his injuries. Concussion, 3 cracked ribs, possible L4 vertebra damage. Chen opened her laptop. Should we discuss what's really happening? She connected to the wall display. A spreadsheet materialized. 18 months, 7 Meridian properties, 311 complaints I can prove, 43 settlements you thought were buried. Those were confidential. NDAs are void when criminal conduct emerges. Chen clicked. New screen. Your insurance company called us yesterday. They're dropping you. Torres stopped spinning his ring. We can manage the narrative. With what? The truth? Chen pulled up the British tourists' live stream. 127,000 views and climbing. Hashtag Meridian Shame. Trending worldwide. Brennan's voice crackled. Offer a settlement. To whom? Chen asked. Marcus? The 43 others you paid off? The hundreds you turned away? She clicked again. Email chains filled the screen. From Brennan to all GMs, maintain brand exclusivity. From Whitman to Brennan, exclusivity protocols working, undesirable elements reduced. That meant service complaints, someone protested. Judge Harrison disagrees. Chen's phone lit up. She answered on speaker. Yes, Your Honor? Ms. Chen, I've reviewed your filing. Immediate injunction approved for pattern discrimination. What does that mean? Hayes asked. The judge responded directly. It means you operate under federal oversight or you don't operate. For how long? Until you prove you can serve all Americans equally. The call ended. Silence settled like dust. Hayes's phone buzzed. Text from the board. Stock down 2.3%. Fix this. What do you want? Hayes asked Chen. Justice, but I'll settle for change. Meaning? Chen pulled out a handwritten list. Marcus's blood still dotted the corner. 1. Rodriguez and Whitman face federal charges. 2. 5-year monitoring. 3. $10 million for victims. 4. Public bathroom access. 5. Marcus Mitchell joins your youth board. A homeless kid on our board? A genius who saved my life while your staff tried to destroy his. Brennan interrupted via speaker. Take it. Richard, we should discuss. Sandra, I'm watching our Yelp rating hit 0. TripAdvisor removed us. Expedia delisted us. Take the deal. Chen stood. You have 1 hour to decide. Wait, Torres said. If we agree, will you make a statement? Say we're cooperating? I'll say you're facing consequences. Whether you become better or just better at hiding, that's your choice. She turned to leave, then stopped. Jerome Jackson, doorman. He wants to testify about what he's seen. Hayes frowned. Jackson's been here 12 years, watching you discriminate, keeping quiet to keep his job, 2 kids to feed. Chen's voice hardened. How many Jacksons do you employ? Good people who stay silent because they need paychecks. No one answered. Chen left them staring at their reflections in dark windows. In the elevator, her phone rang. Marcus's mother. Miss Chen? It's Denise Mitchell. Is my baby okay? He's stable. 3 cracked ribs, but he'll recover. I'm 91 days clean today, watching the news from rehab, seeing what they did. Her voice broke. That's my baby, they hurt. He saved my life, Mrs. Mitchell. He's always been like that, seeing the best in people even when they show their worst. Your husband, Deshaun, his record, 1 joint, 18 years old, destroyed everything. Pause. Is it true? What you said about Harvard. The Deshaun Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. Full ride for formerly homeless students. Marcus has guaranteed admission. Silence. Then tears. Deshaun always said Marcus would make it out. Said he played chess like jazz. My father said the same thing. Your father knew my boy? Taught him every Saturday. Died during Marcus's lesson. Marcus tried to save him, pumped his chest until the ambulance came. 13 years old, crying. refusing to stop. Chen reached the lobby. Crime scene tape. Evidence markers. Marcus's blood being photographed. Mrs. Mitchell, Marcus saved my father from dying alone. Today he saved me from dying at all. Tomorrow, his testimony saves others from discrimination. They'll come after him. These people, they don't forget. Let them try. He has the U.S. Department of Justice behind him now. Chen walked outside. News vans, reporters. She ignored them. At Mount Sinai, Marcus was awake, bandaged, breathing hurt, but he was smiling. Miss Chen, did anyone else get hurt? Not, did we win? Not, what about me? His first question about others. No, Marcus. You were the only casualty. Rodriguez seemed scared at the end. He's facing federal hate crime charges. Marcus looked troubled. He has kids. I've seen them pick him up. Chen studied this boy who worried about his attacker's children. Marcus, Rodriguez made choices. His kids will learn consequences exist. My dad made one bad choice. It ruined our lives, which is why we're creating the scholarship in his name, so other kids don't suffer for their parents' mistakes. A knock. Jerome Jackson entered, off-duty, holding Marcus's repaired trophy. I glued it best I could, Jackson said quietly. Been working on it all evening. Marcus's eyes filled. You know who I am? I always knew. Let you use the bathroom when I could. Should have done more. Jackson's voice cracked. I'm testifying tomorrow, telling everything. You'll lose your job. Already lost my dignity. Job doesn't matter now. Chen's phone buzzed. Hayes, we accept your terms, all of them, including Marcus's board position, especially that. The chairman wants to meet him. Chen looked at Marcus, ribs taped, face swollen, holding his father's glued trophy. Marcus, they want you on their board. Help them change. Why would I help them? Because you save people. Even ones who don't deserve it. Marcus was quiet. Then, my dad would say that's checkmate through kindness. My father would agree. Jackson spoke up. I've worked there 12 years. Seen everything. With you on the board, maybe my kids could walk through that lobby with dignity. Marcus looked at the trophy. The king piece cracked but restored. Okay, but first, they apologize, publicly. And Rodriguez's kids get counseling support. Chen smiled. This boy, negotiating justice from a hospital bed. I'll make it happen. Her phone rang. CNN. Miss Chen, will you comment on the video? Tomorrow, after the grand jury. She ended the call. Looked at Marcus. Rest. Tomorrow, you change the world. I just needed a bathroom. Rosa Parks just needed a seat. History pivots on small needs and large courage. 3 days later, Marcus returned to the Meridian Grand. Not in a wheelchair, he'd refused it. Each step hurt, ribs screaming, but he walked through the main entrance. The lobby was different. Not the marble that was still Italian, still cold. But the faces. Black doorman at the main entrance. Latino woman at concierge. The fear was gone. Morrison waited by the elevators. $4 billion in net worth, shaking like a child. Mr. Mitchell? Sir, I need to say, then say it. Morrison's prepared speech crumbled. I watched the video 17 times. You saved Catherine's life in 47 seconds. My security destroyed yours in 3 minutes. And I've been destroying lives for 30 years. Just more quietly. Marcus said nothing. Silence was its own judgment. Morrison pulled out papers. Youth Advisory Board, 50,000 annual stipend. I have conditions. Name them. Jerome Jackson runs security. Bathroom access for everyone. Monthly discrimination reports, public. Rodriguez's kids get therapy and education funds. Morrison paused at the last one. Rodriguez is facing 20 years. His kids are facing life without a father. You want change? Don't let another generation grow up broken. CNN's camera caught Morrison's face cracking. You're 15? 14. 15 next month. What kind of 14-year-old forgives this? I don't forgive. I prevent. There's a difference. Hayes appeared. Marcus, we've installed something. A plaque by the elevator where every guest would see it. We apologize to all we wronged through discrimination. Change begins with admission. Add something, Marcus said. What? The number of complaints. Update it weekly. Make shame visible. Hayes nodded. Texted maintenance. At noon, Rodriguez's wife appeared. No appointment, just desperation. 2 boys with her, 8 and 10. Please, she said to Marcus. Let them apologize. The older boy stepped forward. My dad says you're lying. Anthony, his mother gasped. It's okay, Marcus said. Your dad's scared. Prison does that. He says you planned it all. I planned to use the bathroom. Your dad planned violence. Which one's wrong? The younger boy was crying. Daddy's not coming home. Marcus knelt, ribs protesting. He made bad choices. But you don't have to. Mom says you got us money for school. Everyone deserves education. Even us? Especially you. You'll need it to be better than him. The mother broke. He wasn't always cruel. The job, the pressure. Ma'am, cruelty is a choice, but so is kindness. Teach them the difference. Chen watched from the doorway. This boy, offering grace to his attacker's family while refusing to absolve the attacker. Jackson approached in his new security chief uniform. Marcus, I hired 3 people from your shelter, full benefits. They're people, not charity. I know, that's why I hired them. That afternoon, the federal prosecutor called Chen. Rodriguez pled guilty, 24 months, then supervised release. And Whitman? Fighting it? His father hired Kirkland and Ellis. Marcus overheard. Whitman's father, the one who prosecuted my dad. Same one. William Whitman Sr. wants to meet you. Why? Guilt, maybe, or strategy. An hour later, Whitman Sr. arrived. 80 years old, liver spots on hands that had destroyed lives with pen strokes. You're Deshawn's boy. I'm Marcus Mitchell. I remember your father. Brilliant kid. One marijuana charge. That you maximized. Different times. Same system. The old man studied Marcus. I heard you're getting my son's children education funds too. Children aren't their fathers. My son is. Marcus looked at this man who'd ruined his father, whose son had tried to ruin him. Your son made choices. You taught him those choices were acceptable. That cycle ends. You think you've won? I think I survived. Others didn't. That's not winning. That's witnessing. Whitman Sr. left, without another word. That evening, Marcus's mother called. Day 94. Baby, you're all over the news. I just wanted the bathroom, Mom. No, baby. You wanted dignity. There's a difference. Dad would have handled it better. Your father would have fought and lost. You sacrificed and won. I didn't win, Mom. I just made it visible. That's how all change starts, baby. Someone bleeds in public. Chen drove Marcus back to the shelter that night. 17 hotels want to meet you. I have school. This is bigger than school. No, school is how I stay bigger than this. She understood. Marcus wouldn't let them make him a symbol instead of a person. At the shelter, his friends were awake. They'd painted a sign, Marcus Mitchell, Hero. Take it down, he said gently. Heroes are fantasies. I'm just someone who didn't let them erase me. He held his father's chess piece, cracked, glued, but standing. Tomorrow, there would be more meetings, more apologies, more promises of change. Tonight, he was just a boy who'd bled for equality and lived to see the sunrise. 6 months later, Marcus sat in his dorm room at Dalton Prep, studying for his chemistry final. The chess piece, his father's king, sat on his desk, holding down scholarship papers. His phone buzzed. Mom. Day 186, baby. I'm proud of you. You're wearing your uniform? He looked at the blazer hanging on his door. Same navy worn by senators' sons. Still felt like costume. Yeah, Mom, you belong there. I know. He didn't always believe it. After the call, Marcus walked to the Meridian Grand. Not for meetings, for his shift. He'd insisted on working their weekends, minimum wage. Cleaning the same marble where he'd bled. Jerome Jackson found him mopping the lobby cafe where Chen had choked. You don't need to do this. Yeah, I do. An elderly black man approached, hesitant. Excuse me, where's the bathroom? Right through there, sir. No purchase necessary. The man's eyes widened. Really? Really? New policy. After the man left, Marcus kept mopping. A family of tourists recognized him. You're the boy from the video. He nodded, kept working. Can we get a picture? I'm on shift. They looked confused. The hero of real-life stories mopping floors. The subject of touching stories earning $11 hourly. The face of black stories in a janitor's uniform. Morrison appeared for his weekly check-in. Marcus, you know you don't have to. Mr. Morrison, respect isn't given. It's earned. Every shift. The board wants you to speak at the annual meeting. I'll be at Chess Nationals. We could reschedule? No. I'm 15. Let me be 15. That evening, Marcus visited Rodriguez's family. He did this monthly homework help for the boys. My dad says you ruined his life, Anthony said, working through fractions. Your dad made choices. He cries sometimes. In prison. Good. Means he still feels. The younger boy, Michael, showed Marcus his report card. All A's. Think I could get into Dalton? Work hard. I'll write your recommendation. Their mother watched from the doorway. This boy her husband had brutalized, teaching her sons to be better men. Later, Chen picked him up. 17 more hotels adopted your protocols. Not mine. Basic human dignity isn't mine to give. You know what I mean. That's the problem. It becomes about me, not about the 40,000 still on the streets. They drove past his old shelter. His friends were outside, David, Teresa, Jamie. He'd tried getting them into programs. They weren't ready. Change came slowly. The initiative has housed 341 kids, Chen said. 39,659 to go. At his dorm, Marcus looked at 2 photos on his wall. His father in a Harvard sweatshirt he never got to wear officially. His mother getting her 6-month chip. His phone showed the video still circulating. 12 million views. The blood, the triumph, the revelation. But what they didn't see, him still waking at 3 a.m., ribs aching, still checking exits when entering buildings, still carrying his father's chess piece like proof he existed. He opened his laptop. Essay due on The Great Gatsby. Write what you know, his teacher had said. So Marcus typed, Gatsby believed in the green light. I believed in the bathroom. Both of them dreaming of spaces that weren't meant for them, both bleeding for the attempt. The difference? Marcus lived to tell the life stories himself. Have you been denied dignity? Share your truth below. Make injustice visible. Subscribe to follow Marcus's continuing fight not as symbol, but as witness. Because every empire of indifference starts with one denied bathroom and ends with one documented number.